first thing in the installation is you should have Ruby in your system. So you should have Ruby already installed in your system. That is the first requirement. So the Mac automatically comes with the Ruby, but for Windows you need to install the Ruby. So for example, first step is install Ruby on Windows machine. Mac already have Ruby installed. So we'll go there and we'll install the Ruby first in our system. So let's go here and we will say Ruby download. So we can see this is the URL Ruby installer. I will give you in the chat. So this is the Ruby installer and I will download the Ruby. If you have a 64-bit, you can use this. 32-bit, you can use this. If you don't know, and if you install 64-bit and if it is not there, it will not install. So you have to install with this one. So let's download this one. Okay, I already downloaded yesterday. I'll download again and I'll install it. I did it already, but I'll do it again. So we are installing sass locally so that we should not go to that website and do the things again and again. So it should be on our system only. What okay, let's see what's happening. Okay. So I will click it, I'll run it. So I'll accept it. So generally it will ask, I think, the location also. For me, it's not asking because I think I already installed it. I am installing on top of it, and so it did not ask me. And if it asks something to check box, just check all. Uh, Sometimes they gave the options, so just check all whenever you get the options. I could not show you because I already installed it. So once you install this one, you have to check whether gem is installed or not, and gem is used for installing the Ruby extensions. sass is one of the Ruby extension. Okay, so once you click finish, it will run and install this one also. So maybe you give the one option and press enter, and then again this menu option will come. Then you have to click 2 and then again press enter, then press 3 and then again press enter. So all the 3 you have to install. 1, 2, 3. So right now if you press 1 and enter, once the installation is done, again you will see these 3 options. Then do the 2 and enter. Again you will see these 3 options. Then 3, enter. So all the 3 will be installed. It will take some time to install all these things. So once it is installed, go to your command prompt and see if gem is installed. I will say gem -v. So it's saying 2.6.11. That means gem is installed. So after installation, you will get After installation of Ruby, you will get three options. If you don't get it, then forget it. It's not required. Three options. Choose one and press enter. Then choose two and press enter. And then choose three and press enter. After you are done with this, go to command prompt and type gem and see. And if you see some number 2 point something, what is saying 2.6.11, that means gem is installed and you are good to go. So the next step is to install the sass. Is here to run gem install sass. Gem install sass. I will put it in the chat, all these three steps. So once you run gem install sass, it will install the sass on your computer. And then once sass is installed, you have to check if sass is correctly installed. So you have to type sass -v. It's showing some version. That means it is installed. If it does not show, that means it's not installed. So let's go to our E drive, my E drive. Okay. CD E something. Why it's not going? It's not going. CD E. Okay, not going. Let's see if there is another way. Open in command prompt. Is it something I can see? Okay, somehow it's not going to E drive. What should I do? Any suggestions? I'm not able to go to E drive. Any suggestions? Windows is difficult. It's not user friendly. A lot of things are there. Okay, so it's saying I cannot get to E drive. So it's saying just E. Okay. Yeah, see, this is simple command and I don't know this command. Let's see. CD Manish, CD document, CD wave, dir, CD, let's go to the project one. Okay. I will create one folder. Maybe I can say, I will create one folder here and that folder I will name it as sass. Okay. So this is my sass folder. Okay. So we don't have anything here now. So I will check again if sass is there and sass is there. Now we need to learn some commands. Those commands we will use in the sass. So we need to learn some commands in the sass. Up till now, is it clear? Your installation?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So now we will learn the commands. Those commands will help us to convert from convert from sass to css. Okay, let me open the editor. We will use Atom editor in this project, ATOM. We will use this editor and we will do some exercise on this one, commands. You don't need to write down the commands. I will give you in the chat after completion. So first command is how to convert the scss file to the sass file, sass file. So let me create one file. The file name is, for example, example.scss. I am creating scss file. So I will create one variable, for example, width 600 pixel or 300 pixel. Then I will create one div or box one, and in this box one I will give the width, and width will be my dollar width. Box one has another div inside it called as box 2. I will give the color of dollar color to it. Let's define the color also. Dollar color equal to, maybe I can say, blue. So I created this in the scss. I created the variables, and this is called the what is called as nesting. I nested it. One class, inside that we have another class. This is called the nesting. So I created this file. Let's save it. Okay, now I will go in the command line. Now I want to convert this sass file in scss file into sass file. So we will do like this. Sass dash convert. This is the command to convert it, and here I will give the name of the file, example.scss, and I will say space example.sass. So now we are converting scss file to sass file, and then you will see what is the syntax in the sass. So I haven't told you what is the syntax in the sass. So once we will convert it, you will see what is the difference between scss file and the sass file. I will press enter. So now the file is converted. You will see I got another file called as sass. So let's split this. Let's split this into two. Where is the split? I will right click it and I will split into left and right. So here I will open sass file. So now we will compare. You will see the scss file has semicolon in the end. Sass file does not have semicolon in the end. Second line also we have semicolon here, we don't have semicolon here. Box 1 is created in the scss file with the curly bracket. Here box 1 is created with no curly bracket, and the width which I defined here is defined here. So there is two spacing here. So in the sass file there is spacing, very important. So if I want to put something inside the box, I will give in the next line, I will give some two spacing and I will define that part. Then in the same level I have the box 2, and in the same level with the 2 spacing I have the box 2. Now since color goes inside the box 2, I have still 2 spacing here, and then I have the color. And if you miss some kind of spacing, then it will give error. So in the sass file the spacing is very important. So if you want to put something inside box 1, I will give 2 spacing. If I want to put something inside box 2, I will give total 4 spacing here. So this becomes very complicated when the sass file becomes very large. We don't know how much to give the spacing, and it's very difficult to maintain. That's the reason all the companies, though it is called sass, they use the scss concept, because here we know curly bracket, we have to use it. So this is the difference between sass and scss. You got it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so spacing is very important here. So anything if I want to write here, let's say if I want to put, let's say box 3 dot box 3. So how will I do here? You have to tell me. Let's say I will put height of 200 pixel. So I want to do this thing here without converting. So what I will do? I will say 1, 2, 3, 4. In the fourth level, I will say dot box 3, and then uh, it automatically gives the 2 spacing, and here I will say height 200 pixel, no semicolon. This way we have to arrange in the spacing way. So this is called the sass file. We will again convert using the command line. We will run this step sass convert example.scss to example.sass. Okay, let's close this one. I think we have to refresh it. Why it's not refreshing? Maybe again I'll do. Okay, it was not saved. So now I saved it and I did. It is automatically converting to it. Now let's delete this scss file. Let's delete this one. Now I will convert from sass to scss. So I will say sass convert example dot sass to example dot scss. So now it converted into example dot css. So if you see, it automatically gives the curly bracket wherever needed it. So it got converted from the sass file to scss file. So this is my sass file which was there, and it got converted into scss file. So this is scss, this is sass file. So this is the conversion from scss to sass. Now let's convert it into the css file. Now I am converting into css file. So I will say, now I will not say sass convert, I will only say sass, and I will give the scss file name example.scss. Now I want to convert it into example.css. So I will give the colon. This is the colon, 2 dots, and I will say example.css. So this way I am converting scss to css. So it got converted. You will see css file is created. Along with css file, a map file is also created. So that map file is not used by us, it is used by the by the system, and we can avoid that by putting some command which I will show you in some time. Now let's open the css file. Now let's compare this scss file. We have width and colors, which you will not see here. You have box 1 with the width of 300 pixel. It is automatically giving 300 pixel. We have box 1 dot box 2 with the color of blue. We have box 1 dot box 2 dot box 3 with the height of 200 pixel, and it is giving some reference to the map file. So this scss file got converted into css file using the command sass example.scss to example.css. Now what if I want to do on the runtime? That means when I am changing this, it should automatically get converted into the css file. So we will put one more command. We will say watch. If I say watch, it's two dash watch minus minus watch. And if I say example dot scss colon example dot css, if I use the watch word, so whenever I change the scss file, it will automatically get converted into example dot css. So for example, if I take another color, or if I say in height 1, height of 200 pixel, I will save it right now since there is no change in the CSS file because we only create a variable, so you don't see any change. Now instead of 200, I will say 500 pixel, and here instead of 200 pixel, I will call the variable height, and I'll save it. Once I save it, you will see this is automatically get changed to 500 because we are running the watch. Watch will automatically convert SCSS file to CSS file at the runtime. Let's see some more examples. Now, if you see, this is one type of formatting in the CSS. Let's see different types of styles which gets converted into the CSS from the Sass. So let me come out of it, and I will now convert from Sass to from SCSS to CSS with different styling. Right now, this is one kind of style. This is called the default style. We will put some other styling. So I will say Sass example.scss colon example.css minus minus style. If I say compact, so you will see this is in the compact format. Box 1 is in different line, this one is different line, this one is in different line. So this is called the compact. Let's change it to compressed. If I see compressed, you will see all in the one line. No spacing is there. It reduces the spacing to a very minimum, and it is kind of production version of CSS. Let's change it to expanded. So expanded is something, it is expanded. You know, all are normally how we write in the CSS. That is called expanded. So there are three types of this. One is the default one, which is kind of between expanded and the compact. So it gives not exactly proper structure, but it is also not compact. So it's a midway of between. The default is midway. Now, if I don't want to create this map file, see map file is coming here, which I don't want it because this is not for me. It's not for my purpose. So let's delete this map file now. So now I don't want to create the map file. Whenever I run this one command, if I enter it now, map file is generated again. So let's delete it, and we will tell the command that don't create the map file. So I will call same expanded, but in the end I will put more parameters. I will say source map equal to none. When I say source map equal to none, though example.scss file got converted into example.css, but map file did not got generated. So these are the few commands which we did today. We will do more commands tomorrow. There are few more commands which we need to understand, and it will be then most of the things in the Sass will be done. So I will give you in the chat all what we did today. Any questions on Sass?
Yeah, I tried to run the wizard, and it says completing the Ruby, the